a new crop of beautyberries. That means beautyberry wine time. All right, for our ingredients, we'll need 3 pounds of beautyberries, 6 cups of sugar, a gallon of spring water, 1 lemon, 1 cinnamon stick, 3 Star Anise, a Lalvin 71B wine yeast, a 3-gallon primary fermenter, a brew bag, and a gallon carboy for secondary fermentation, and a cup of tea for tannin. And everything has been cleaned and sanitized. And always make sure to thoroughly rinse your berries. Now we're going to pour them into the brew bag, make like a giant tea bag. And we'll add our cinnamon stick and Star Anise. And we're going to pour half of our gallon portion of water into a pot and bring it to boil. And put that brew bag full of the berries and the spices. And they're making like a giant tea bag. And we're going to bring it to a boil and let it simmer. And I like to add the juice of a lemon to give some acidity to the wine to add to the flavor profile. And after it's been simmering for a while and we've got the must, the color that we want, we're going to take that bag out and we're going to put it right into our primary fermenter. And we're going to go ahead and dissolve the sugar in there. And give it a good stir to let it dissolve. And this is the color I was hoping this beautyberry wine would turn out. And we're going to add that cup of very strong tea in there. Gives it a nice tannic profile to help build flavor and depth to the wine. And now we'll add the rest of our water, cool down our must to get it ready to accept the yeast, which will turn all the sugar into alcohol. Now we have our bag waiting in the fermenter, and now our must is going to be poured right on top of it into our primary fermenter. And our specific gravity reading comes out to 1.089. And now we're going to go ahead and add our yeast. Just sprinkle it on top there. We won't stir it, we'll just let it sit and bloom, and we'll add a yeast nutrient which will give some added nutrition to the yeast to allow it to do its job. It's been soaking in here for about 10 days now, and we're going to take out these beautyberries and we are going to transfer this into secondary fermentation. Our final gravity is 0.991, giving us a 13% ABV. And we're going to remove the beautyberries from the primary fermenter. We are done with those. And using an auto siphon, we're going to transfer our wine into that secondary fermentation carboy. Now we're going to put it away for a couple of weeks, and right now it's got that sort of milky, opaque quality, and after a couple of weeks that color will change, it will clear. And it's been a couple of weeks. We're going to move it over into another carboy and take it off that lees that's sitting there on the bottom of that secondary fermenter. This will allow it to further clarify and give it a really nice ruby red color. And we're also going to back sweeten it by adding a 1/4 cup of sugar. Vampire approved, ruby blood red, love it. All right, now that a few months have passed, I'm going to go ahead and bottle this wine. Now I could keep it in that carboy and allow it to bulk age for a while, but really I just wanted to get it into bottles so that way I can start serving it. And free up that carboy for another experiment. And that 1 gallon carboy has given us 5 bottles of wine. And enough to give myself a glass for a quick taste test. I did draw a little sample into a glass just so I can do a quick taste test. It's still fairly young. This should get better as it ages in the bottle. But I'm pretty happy with it. The color is exactly what I was hoping for in a beautyberry wine. Previously, my beautyberry wines have been more of a straw or amber color with just a hint of this rose color to it. But this is exactly what I was hoping for. I used more beautyberries this time than I normally would have. I did 3 pounds of beautyberries to a 1 gallon must. So I'm really happy with the way the color turned out. As far as the aroma goes, I expected this to have a very boozy scent to it because it is a 13% ABV, but I really don't pick that up at all. I pick up more of that mildly sweet. It kind of more reminds me of a like a Sauvignon Blanc. Just like that. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you get something out of this video, that you run out and pick some beautyberries when they start coming out in the fall. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you.